Hello world. In today's video, I just wanted to do a quick overview on my favorite current Hyperpop drum kit. I plan on doing a tier list video in the future of all the different Hyperpop drum kits that I've purchased and which ones are my favorites and which one I'd highly recommend to you guys. But for now, I wanted to give you guys something quick and simple that you can go ahead and purchase right now. The main reason that I suggest this kit over others is simplicity. All the 808s are in key, so you can just drag and drop and use the 808s. It comes with all the FX that you need for movement as well as risers, and it also has fills if you need fills for drops, drum loops if you're having trouble coming up with some yourself, and kicks, open hats, perks, and snares that I personally use in damn near every song of mine. The kit is called Spirit Drum Kit by Siem Spark. Siem Spark is one of my favorite producers in the scene right now. I would say my favorite YouTube producer, but to me, Siem Spark is so much more than that. He already has some incredible placements, and to me, I'd be mind blown if by the end of this year, he doesn't have like a glaive or aldn placement. He definitely deserves them, and I can tell that that's something that he's working towards. The Spirit Hyperpop drum kit that I'm recommending is one of his 3 kits, which include Nebula, Spirit, and Ethereal. Spirit is my favorite, but all 3 kits contain some amazing content. Spirit includes 18 basses and 808s, including 3 Siem presets for you to mess around with yourself, 5 claps, 5 crashes, 8 drum loops, 9 fills, 16 FX, 13 hi-hats, 13 kicks, 4 open hats, 23 perks, and 20 snares. And I'd like to get this out of the way right away. Siem Spark did not in any way pay me to promote this. He did not ask me to promote this drum kit. This is just my favorite drum kit of the time and something that I'm really proud of. But speaking on that same topic, I hit Siem up and he gave me an exclusive discount code for my subscribers to use within this first week to download the kit themselves. So if this is something that you would like to purchase, I definitely recommend heading to the link in my description, which links directly to his BeatStar, and using the exclusive promo code while this week is still here so you can get it yourself for cheaper than regular. His kits are $20 each, but with the discount code, you can get them for cheaper. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of the sounds inside of the kit. I don't want to give too much away, but I will go ahead and show you guys a few of my favorite kicks, 3 of the ones that I use very often. I'd say the air kick is one of my favorite kicks in the entire kit. The snare section is something that stands out to me as well because it offers a variety of genres, from more pop punk sounding beats to something that's more hyperpop and mainstream itself. I'll give you guys a few examples of the different variety of snares. And then the perk section is extremely large compared to a lot of different kits. He gives you a variety of perks to add to your songs and a variety of FX to add movement, like risers and background sound effects. There's also drum loops if you're having trouble making loops yourself, like I mentioned, as well as fills for the drop, claps for buildups, and crashes. I've yet to attempt any of the Siem presets, but I have used a lot of these 808s, and I'll go ahead and give you a sample of 2 808s that are my favorite 808s in the whole kit. The Glitter 808, which I use in many of my songs, and the Grime 808. I love them both so much, and they are easy to use, and like I mentioned, they're all tuned to the key of C, so they're straightforward when it comes to dragging and dropping them and just using them in your song. The beat that I'm going to be using for an example for you guys is something that was produced with me and Northeast Lights, with Northeast Lights providing the guitar, and all of the drums inside of the main drop are from Siem Spark, including the kick, the snare, the hi-hats, and the perks, as well as a variation of his open hat. The only thing that was stock was the FL 707 snare, but he has a variety of similar snares inside of his kit as well. I just wasn't aware at the time when I made this beat. I could have easily used the Storm snare with a little bit of a shortened cutoff, and it would have worked very similarly. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a sample of this beat to show you how these sound in action, and then I'm gonna show you one more beat and how that works as well. All of the sounds that I used in that beat, I was able to just drag and drop into the playlist directly, and with a little bit of moving up and down of the sounds, I did not even apply any effects to these. These are just as is, and that's how quality of a drum kit that it is, which is honestly something that's kind of rare with drum kits. It's very often that the snare needs a ton of tweaking or the kick needs a ton of tweaking just to make it sound right. But I believe Siem Spark did a great job of making this entire kit drag and drop and super simple to use. Next, I want to show you another beat of mine that uses all of the Spirit drum kit for the kicks, snares, hi-hats, open hats, and perks, as well as risers. He has multiple different risers in the kit, so you can add variety throughout your song, and you can also stretch those risers and slow them down to use them in different ways, as well as adjust the BPMs to match them up to different BPMs. Let me show you guys how I use the drum kit in this beat. Siem sounds that I used in that last beat were mainly made by me, as well as a few other kits that I grabbed off of Splice. I do know, however, that Siem is working on his own Siem kit called Atlantis that I believe is supposed to drop within the next month or so, possibly 2 months, and I'm super excited to cop that for myself and to find out what it sounds like and use it. One last thing I want to discuss real fast before I head off is his latest kit, the Ethereal drum kit, which dropped February 19th. This kit includes 10 basses, 7 808s, 6 claps, 3 crashes, 6 drum loops, 5 fills, 10 FX, 9 hi-hats, 16 kicks, 4 open hats, 18 perks, and 16 snares. And the main difference here as well, other than being completely different sounds that are still drag and drop and extremely easy to use, is that it also includes snare Siem presets. If you guys want to mess around with creating your own snares and kind of learn how Siem creates his snares, as well as have more customization behind the snares that you use. So I think that's something that's super cool and can definitely help people who are trying to make their own snares. If I had to choose one of the 3 drum kits, Nebula, Ethereal, or Spirit, and only use that, I would definitely cop Spirit. That's just my personal favorite, and like I said, that's because I've used it more than the other 3 and I have more experience with it. I'm sure that I will come to love Ethereal just as much as I do Spirit, and especially experimenting with those snare presets. I'm super excited to see how that turns out. With all that being said, I just wanted to give you guys a straightforward Hyperpop drum kit that is currently my favorite to use, that I use in every beat, that you can use in most of the beats that you make. It's drag and drop, it's simple, all the 808s are tuned like I said, and it's incredible for the price. So shouts out Siem Spark for making this amazing kit. Keep on the lookout for my Hyperpop drum kit tier list, which will definitely be coming in the future, and let me know if you guys want some more content like this or if you liked it. Like I mentioned before, if you catch this video in time, there'll be an exclusive discount code for my subscribers in the description, as well as a link to Siem Spark sound kits to cop them either way, and I definitely suggest you guys go ahead and purchase those and you will not regret it. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a good day and so much love. Peace.